And so, you see, I've had enough. Because I think that reason must prevail where insanity appears to have taken hold. You see, the first speaker for the proposition there has a kind of charming nativist philosophy of what money is good for, having, as he said, been raised by money in the woods. But he has clearly not heard the bad reputation that money has around this part of the world. Speaking of the world, people say that money makes the world go round. Why then, if money is so good, if money has been so kind to us, if money is so worth saving, does it not make the world go round faster, thus causing a breeze to alleviate global warming? They say that money talks. At this time of heightened security, ladies and gentlemen, is that really what you want? Good English pounds. The English pound in your pocket, ladies and gentlemen, sneaking over the border by night to Sangatte, through France into Germany, telling the Russians what you have next to your credit cards, the thing that even your mother doesn't know is in your wallet. Giving away national security secrets. Little wonder the country's going to the dogs. You found something funny in that phrase, and I'd love to know what it is. But now is not the time. They say, money, money, money. They say, Abba say, money, money, money must be funny in a rich man's world. In the absence of anything else, I'm going to take money as the subject of that sentence, which suggests that money is actually hilarious to the rich. Getting away, cracking jokes, but of you, any of you who are not rich, and since, do we have a fairly large student audience here tonight? Yes, of course we do. But you've never heard money talking to you, except after certain long and experimental nights out. Which would suggest to you that when money is away, being funny in a rich man's world, it is being funny at your expense. Telling them about the unwise things that you spend it on. Frappuccinos. They aren't even a word, money says. Lattes. It's just milk with air. And air is free. Fop. An entire shop full of counterculture named after 18th century dandies. These are the things that money talks about to rich people when you're not looking. This is why money is secretly your enemy. You see, money used to be our friend. There used to be a time when you could feel money, you could handle it, you could carry it in a sack. There were times where people wore their pockets on the outside because they were so unafraid of the things that money would make people do. They say, again, not ABBA this time, but scientists, that money is not magnetic. But I say that money is magnetic, and I say that money, as well as cracking jokes for rich people, sends out signals to thieves, to beggars, to vagabonds. It says, I have money. You'll forgive me if I impersonate money for a short time here. I have money. Come to me. Take me away. Money is a whore. Money is a harlot. Which is probably illegal to say since it has the Queen's face. That we should ever have a royal sex scandal in the papers. I say it again, then the country would go to the dogs, or possibly to the lions on the other side. You might think to yourself, but money is useful. Money is so useful, in fact, that there is pretty much nothing that I would not do for it. But what does that even mean? Can I have a volunteer from the audience, please? Yes! A round of applause for all the audience, come on! Would you do anything for money?
No.
Good! If you were the kind of person who would do anything for money, suppose that you are.
Yes.
Take the glass of water.
Okay.
Would you, for money, pour that glass of water over your head?
Yes.
Should we put that hypothesis to the test? who will do something not just for money, but for the presence of money in the room. I don't even have any money. I'm wearing black tie, it doesn't have pockets on the inside. I would like to finish by suggesting that there is something that can always sway us, that can always change our minds. Something for which we should be willing to do anything. Something which, if used, will sway any argument, absolutely, even swaying you, honourable members of floor and ceiling, into supporting the opposition of this motion. It's not money, it's rap. John, if you please. Okay, I've got a few minutes left of my remaining time, so I thought I'd do the rest of this debate in rhyme. You see, you may think that it's very funny to talk about the things that you would do for money. Maybe you'd stab a sheep, maybe you'd blow off a goat, maybe you'd grab an old woman round the throat and throw her into a bouncy castle or shave her head. Pick up people that you know they're dead, and picking up dead people is quite wrong. That's why in this rap, brackets, which is not a song, I'm saying that it's not good and it's not right. The things you do for money should keep you up at night. Ladies and gentlemen, my concluding mark is that when you go home, because it is nearly dark, you should say, hey, this is strange, we shouldn't do things for money, we want change! Ladies and gentlemen, please vote.
Thank you, Alex. Now, this house will do anything for money. Now is your opportunity to contribute. Would you or wouldn't you? Do I have any speeches in proposition? And it doesn't need to be in rap. Yes, sir. Name and college.
James Bell, King's College. Firstly, James suggested that copper was a semiconductor. Can we assume, therefore, that he values his money rather more than his education?
And do I have a speaker in opposition of the motion? Yes, sir.
Laurie Marks, Queen's College. I might once have been tempted to support this motion, as it has the backing of no less an authority than Monty Python, one of whose songs, of course, went, "There is nothing quite as wonderful as money, there is nothing like a newly minted pound, everyone was thankful for the witness of a banker, it's accountancy that makes the world go round." But the disaster caused over Enron and WorldCom by Answer Accounting a few years ago, the numerous disasters of government outsourcing and nonsense brought up by accountants, and the whole recent credit crunch and banking catastrophe has already been referred to, shows that it is banking and accountancy that make the world grind to a shuddering halt. And so I'm reluctantly forced to admit that the great Mr. Ivy was in fact wrong. And furthermore, surely this will clinch it. Would you commit suicide for money? Of course you wouldn't. It makes absolutely no sense in any conceivable context whatsoever.
Thank you, and I think we'll make this the last speech in abstention. Would anybody like to speak in abstention? No. So there won't be any abstention votes at the end of the night. Moving on then. Our next speaker was a participant in Beauty and the Geek, the television show in America. Now, he didn't quite win, but we have a winner of Beauty and the Geek in the UK as the next speaker. So this can be a little battle, and first we welcome Nate Dunn.
Glad I did that. Before I begin, just a quick announcement. As I'm sure you can all imagine, it takes a lot of time and effort to write these speeches, and they certainly don't fund themselves. So thankfully, Alcock was able to secure a corporate sponsor for my speech today. Don't worry, I assure you it won't get in the way. You'll barely notice. So to get started, I just need to read a quick little advert from our sponsor. Okay, and there's some stage directions. Excuse me, I'm not much of a performer, so you have to bear with me. So, what are you thinking about, dear? Oh, I'm just thinking that I sure would like a nice bowl of cereal right about now.